I ate only fruit for 5 days, and here's what happened. How enjoyable it is to munch on a piece or two of fruit between meals. But what would happen to your mood and wellness if you ate only fruit and nothing else? No processed food, no vegetables, no meat. Exclusively fruit. Well, we'll figure it out in a moment. But first, hit the subscription button and ring the notification bell to join us on the bright side of life. A diet that consists entirely of fruit is called fruitarianism. If you follow this diet, you can eat sweet fruit and fruit with seeds, cucumbers, olives, tomatoes, avocados, and so on. Some people also say that you can allow yourself some seeds and nuts every now and then, but after choosing this way of life, you'll have to say no to cooked food and grains and avoid animal products. Naturally, you'll have to say no to all those delicious things like pizza, cakes, and French fries. How does that sound? Are you ready to give such a diet a try with me? Since this all sounds a bit unusual and new to me, I'll limit my fruitarianism trial period to 5 days. Day 1. Today my meals included a smoothie, a glass of almond milk, some dried fruit, and 2 big bowls of fruit salad. For dinner, I had a nice mix of sliced cucumber, avocado, and several tomatoes. I seasoned this dish with salt and pepper and added some olive oil. I felt surprisingly full. At the same time, I had to visit the bathroom a few too many times. It seemed to me that all these slippery fruits simply slid through my digestive system. And I constantly felt my intestines bubbling and churning while they were trying to digest the food. Day 2. On day 2, I woke up to find my stomach a bit flatter than the day before. This might have made me a bit overenthusiastic. I pretty much copied the menu from day 1. The only thing I changed was replacing some of the fruit with different varieties. However, on the second day, I didn't feel so great anymore. My insides were still writhing and I felt a bit bloated. I also started to feel pretty hungry, and I began to worry that I was possibly consuming too much sugar. Day 3. I was invited to a birthday party today, and while my day started off the right way, with a nice big smoothie for breakfast and a fruit salad and nuts for lunch, when I got to the party, I started to feel some unhealthy cravings. I wanted something more than my usual fruit. It could have been something really simple, like a piece of bread or a small bowl of plain rice. To tell you the truth, I couldn't fight this temptation and ate several canapes. But I remembered how health experts said that even if you have a slip, you shouldn't give up. That's why I decided that my cheating wasn't particularly terrible. Day 4. On the 4th day, I felt hungry for something unhealthy, like a slice of pizza. Besides, I had a big problem with bloating and strange sounds kept coming from my stomach. I had been eating pretty much the same food for 3.5 days and was craving something more substantial. In the evening, my problems diversified when I developed a bad headache. Day 5. I was looking forward to the end of the day. I had already started to dream about the big bowl of pasta I was going to devour the next day. This helped me find the strength to keep going. I prepared a smoothie for breakfast and ate several servings of fruit salad for lunch and snacked on nuts and seeds. By the evening, I felt so hungry that I was seriously considering finishing my experiment earlier than planned. However, I stayed strong. I made another portion of fruit salad and went to bed early. I didn't feel well at all. My stomach was still churning, I still visited the bathroom too often, and I had a constant nagging feeling of hunger. I came to the conclusion that fruitarianism isn't for me. However, I have heard about people who follow this diet and feel great and healthy. This probably depends on some personal peculiarities. If you have experience of eating only fruit, write about how the period of transition treated you in the comments below. Dietitians recommend adopting a diet that consists entirely of fruit slowly and carefully. If you've decided that eating only fruit is your cup of tea, watch the transition closely so that you can stop it if you feel unwell. First of all, you can start to add more fruit to your usual diet. A bit later, Increase the amount and cut down on other foods. Remember to include seeds, nuts, and oily fruit such as avocados, coconuts, and bananas in your diet. These products are good sources of proteins and fats. While a daily meal plan of most fruitarians is no less than 75% fruit, specialists are sure that your fruit intake shouldn't be more than 50% of your daily meals. Otherwise, you risk having a serious nutritional imbalance. You also need to realize that fruitarianism has both great advantages and serious setbacks. The main positive sides of limiting your food choices to fruit are as follows. Your fruit meals contain high amounts of antioxidants, vitamins, fiber, and minerals, in particular vitamin C and beta-carotene. Some fruits, for example, apples and bananas, are great probiotics. They help improve your digestion by feeding useful gut bacteria. The part of your immune system located in the intestines gets stimulated by the healthy gut environment. Fruit contains fiber, and the fermentation from this fiber results in the overall health of your gut. Your body absorbs all the nutrients more effectively. Some specialists believe that this process can even protect you from cancer. This diet helps people with excess weight. There's an opinion that it also prevents obesity and diseases associated with it: diabetes, metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, and some types of cancer. In some cases, eating fruit can help if you have frequent problems with constipation. If you eat only fruit, you'll have lower cholesterol, fewer problems with your cardiovascular system, and healthy blood pressure. All this sounds perfect, but what are the long-term drawbacks of this fruit diet? Fruits are rich in fiber, and this is a very important thing for regular bowel movements. On the other hand, too much fiber will lead to bloating, gas, and belly cramps. There are two different reactions to fiber overload: diarrhea or constipation. Fruits are packed with sugars. Even though they're in their natural forms, these sugars lead to spikes in blood sugar levels. Such spikes have an influence on the production of insulin. This puts too much strain on the pancreas and is particularly dangerous for people who have diabetes, pancreas problems, and hyperglycemia. There aren't enough fats and proteins in fruit. As a result, there's no way to control blood sugar levels. You may feel constantly hungry because your body digests the carbohydrates in fruits too quickly. As a result, you have to eat bigger portions. Some people may feel lightheaded and suffer from poor concentration and low productivity. This happens due to the lack of fats and vitamin B12. As soon as you eat your fruit meal, you feel a boost of energy. But it soon gets replaced with feelings of weakness and fatigue. The problem is that to produce red blood cells, your body needs vitamin B12. To build muscles, your meals should contain protein. And to transport oxygen to the muscles, your body needs iron. Most people suffer from a deficiency of vitamins A, E, D, and K. This problem is pretty common because of the low intake of fats. Interestingly, despite consuming a lot of vitamin A and provitamin A carotenoids, due to the shortage of fats in your diet, your body can't absorb them. This may lead to problems with the skin. You also don't get enough calcium, vitamin D, or phosphorus, which can result in problems with your bones. It's interesting that all people have their own reaction to a diet consisting entirely of fruit. For a period of his life, Steve Jobs, the late CEO of Apple, was a fruitarian. He stated that this way of life helped him to remain creative. When Ashton Kutcher, the actor who played Steve Jobs in a film, tried to stick to this diet before the filming, he ended up in the hospital. Could fruits replace all other types of food in your life? Write about your opinion in the comments section below. Remember to give us a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and hit subscribe to join us on the bright side of life.